Hello, everybody. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Hope you're having a good one. So, a tarot reader on YouTube, Sunburst Tarot, did a wonderful reading on Foodie Beauty and also on her main feedie, Anime Sucks. Now, anybody who's ever watched Foodie Beauty, lately you might have seen Anime Sucks sending some really big super chats. He wanted to be a main plot character to the main plot character. Well, as I've said to Chantal, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. If you want to be a main plot character to the main plot character, and if you want all eyes on you, if you like a lot of attention, that also means the microscope also gets turned on you and people start paying more attention to you. And some of that you may not like. But Sunburst Tarot had wonderful insight on Anime Sucks, and I watched the reading. And isn't it interesting and isn't it strange that myself, Neo Tarot, Melissa Gold Tarot, Sunburst Tarot, we are all different women. We are all in different areas. None of us know each other personally, nor do we talk offline. And yet when we do our tarot readings, we're all picking up a lot of the same things. Our tarot readings all are very similar when it comes to Foodie. And also on Anime Sucks, we're picking up much of the same elements. We're picking up the fact that this whole thing with anime and Foodie, it goes back a while. Like I've said in my last tarot reading when I read on Foodie and Anime Sucks, I keep hearing 3 years, that they've been talking for 3 years. And I also feel that the last year in particular, things have been turning up a notch. I don't know why. I don't know what kicked that off, but the last year has been especially intense. I don't know what the events were leading up to that or what caused that to happen. That Anime Sucks is very, very close to Chantal. Like I said, they've been talking for a while. I felt in my last reading that there are constant text messages, phone calls, live video calls. They're in constant contact with each other, like several times a day, that kind of thing. That he is urging Chantal to do a lot of the content that she's doing. He's paying her to do some of that content, and he has a lot of influence over her. And just as she likes to get attention on her channel, he also likes the attention that he gets tipping her on his channel, on her channel. He likes the attention too. He likes being the big shot of the room. He absolutely adores it. So I wanted to react to Sunburst Tarot's reading on Foodie and anime, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please don't forget to look down below. Yep, there it is. Look for the link. Look for the link for the original video and Sunburst Tarot's video, as well as check out the rest of her channel. She's got a lot of great content on there. Give her a like, give her a sub. Tell her how much you enjoy her doing the content that she does. And so without further ado, let's get into the reading itself, because trust me, y'all are just going to be, your jaw's going to hit the floor. Or maybe not, because, you know, like the readings that have been done on Anime Sucks and Foodie have been very illuminating. But this just gives us some further insight to this. So I hope you guys enjoy, because I enjoyed watching it the first time and I'm enjoying it again, reacting to it with all of you here. So let's get started.
Is there a difference? Is there still a Chantal Marie Sorrow? Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Sunburst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading on Chantal, aka Foodie Beauty. Chantal Marie Sorrow, however you want to call her at this point in time. So what we're going to look at today is her Anime Sucks, her Salah. And then I also want to take a look at...
Before we get deep into it, and I apologize, Sunburst Tarot, I just keep getting the feeling that because Anime Sucks has been so out in front with giving the money to Chantal, always being around Chantal, flirting with her, putting attention on themselves, because they want the attention. They want to be seen on the channel. They want to be able to come in and everybody go, whoa, Anime Sucks is here, and they're going to give big money to Chantal and get the accolades from the other Beezers. Because they went that far with getting the attention and want to be out in front, with so many people looking at Anime Sucks and so many tarot readers doing readings on both foodie and anime, I have a feeling like a lot of the things that we're saying about anime and foodie are true. And maybe that's why there's been kind of a pullback of, oh, like the tarot readers, girl world, like they're getting really, really close to figuring out what's going on here. Maybe anime should be more in the background. Maybe it's safer that way. If there's some shady dealings going on with foodie and with anime, and they got too arrogant, being too upfront and too obvious with what's going on, I keep getting this energy of like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Anime, you need to go back in the shadows for a bit because people are starting to figure things out too fast. So go back in the shadows for a bit because they're paying too much attention. They're figuring out different things or putting things together. Just go back in the shadows. It's safer that way. So I just wanted to add that in before we get started.
The difference between Chantal Marie Sorrow and Foodie Beauty. Is there a difference? Is there still a Chantal Marie Sorrow in there? So
You know what, Sunburst? I can't say 100% if there is a Chantal Marie, but my automatic answer would be no. And not because I want to say no. I've been saying on my channel for a long time, Chantal Marie used to be, she used to exist. There used to be a Chantal Marie. When she started her channel, the Foodie Beauty channel, there was a Chantal Marie. And in fact, Chantal Marie was the person that a lot of people fell in love with. You know, she wasn't so over the top, animated, over exaggerated, just going out of her way to be controversial or do outrageous behavior. Over time, the more viewers that she gets and the more subs she gets and the more attention and money she gets, the more she the more she turned herself into an overblown caricature of herself. Like she just went from being a person to a bit of a twisted cartoon character. And she devoted all of her time and all of her energy into this online persona. And she cared nothing about the person behind the persona. In essence, by diving headfirst 100% into this online persona role, she lost the plot. She wants to stay 100% on stage and never get off stage and live. It's all about the online persona to the point that Chantal Marie, the person, now has a plethora of problems that Foodie Beauty hasn't helped her solve. As a matter of fact, Foodie Beauty has piled on the problems, if that makes sense. Chantal Marie, the person, has so much in the way of unpaid taxes, debt, health problems. But yet, when Chantal has her camera on and she's Foodie Beauty, she can just look straight into the camera and forget about all the problems that are existing behind her and just pretend they're not there. So my automatic answer would be no. There is no more Chantal Marie. Chantal does not like Chantal, does not want to be Chantal. She's given everything to this online persona, and she doesn't want to just let it go or back away from it.
let's take a look see. So before I get started, though, remember everything I'm saying is all legend and for entertainment purposes only. No facts, my opinions. You want to use what I'm saying to help form yours, you can do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So without further ado, let's get into Miss Chantal. Let's just take a look at Chantal. How is she doing? What's her general energy in the current moment? The world. I want to move. I want to leave. I want to change from one area. I want to go from point A to point B. Why is this? Because I've manifested this. This is going to bring me happiness. Also, ritual here. This is the doll. Maybe.
Mm, okay, I'm looking at this card. Myself, Neo Tarot, more than once, we have picked up on Chantal doing something and practicing something and dabbling in something that, in my opinion, she should not be dabbling with. Or she's having people do things on her behalf, because, in my opinion, when you say dabble with magic, if you are doing rituals or spells of any kind, when you do them, you're tapping into your own personal battery, into your own energy. And if the energy is not good, if you're low energy, if you are just negative energy, whatever it is you're doing is either not going to work or it's going to get really messed up. So I don't know what it is she's doing, magic slash ritual slash spell wise, but it looks like she's still up to something. And I've said this to Foodie more than once. Foodie, listen, no, ma'am. Whatever it is you're doing or you're having somebody do on your behalf, please stop. It is not for you. If you want things to happen in your life, there's a right way to go about it. And casting spells or rituals for vengeance, for love, for greed, not the right way to go about things. If you want something in life, you can get it through hard work, good planning, making a good solid plan, making a blueprint that makes sense. But trying to use magic to get your way or persuade someone to do something or bend someone to your will is not the way to go about things. Any practitioner worth their salt is going to tell you that. So I'm taking that sun card as she's doing something, and no, she needs to stop.
I don't know why I'm getting like I don't know if she wants to go be a kid or wants to be nurtured or wants to go play a kid, especially with a doll here. Rituals. This has a few different meanings. It gets me. I want to move. Why? Because then I can be a kid, but then also because I've manifested this. I get to go be supremely happy. I've done the work in quotes to go and do what where I get to go move, where I get to go be happy, wherever that may be. Material influence here as well. There's some information it feels like coming out about her soon. The judgment, the whole world's going to know about who, what, when, where, why, this is all going to be about. Her hopes and fears is she's just going to go la di da, walking on her own merry way wherever she's going. She's just going to be able to come out of whatever's coming towards her scot free. Also, she just wants to leave. She wants to go. She wants to leave and go do things. The unseen obstacle here, though, is the Empress. There's some sort of feminine figure in her life that is, I think, coming for her, has a lot of information, has things that they want to say, and they aren't letting go. Uh, and they're just, this also could just be, we're trying to drive Chantal out of where she's at.
You know, I've done readings on Chantal. The Empress card keeps coming up. Now, for those of you that are on my channel, you've been there for a while, maybe you've seen some of my tarot readings. Isn't it funny how, like before, if those that have seen my live tarot readings, like you had one card that just kept popping up. It was always a female card. I believe it was the Queen of Wands that kept coming up, or the Empress. Every single freaking time it was the Empress. In her readings that I've done on Chantal and people, other people doing readings, the Empress keeps coming up. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know if it's somebody that Salah is personally involved with, but it sounds like somebody's ready to talk. I'm sure there are lots of people around Chantal that are ready to talk. Somebody needs to say something. That way all of this madness can come to a close. But it sounds like somebody's about sick of this whole thing. And they're like, I'm done. So I'm going to open my mouth and just blow this thing wide open. Whoever it is, girl, contact Girl World. We're listening.
Because the opposing energy here is the world. We're going to she's put up a really good front, though. She has a really good front. There's a bunch of, she's also been pointing the finger back at a lot of other people, so like people aren't looking at her stuff. Instead of, she's trying to push that all back onto what's out there. Also, I get from this card illusions. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors that's been put out there, and so it does help. But that smoke and mirrors feels like it's going to be taken away here soon for Chantal, and the curtain will be falling. What's going for her is there's someone who does want to be very controlling and domineering and essentially take over her life for her. Here in the past, there are secrets that were revealed about situations, but and then here in the future, she's got three stomachs that she's got to feed. Well, actually, four. We got three heads and a snake on the back. So she's got four heads that she's got to feed. It's four heads that we got to put food into.
I don't. I'm taking the strength card a little bit differently, Sunburst. Like I'm seeing this demon dog thing, and I'm looking at it, and the only thing that I could think of, like what's striking me right now is her addictions. Like to me, the strength card represents her many addictions because she's got more than one. So I'm taking the strength card as each one of those heads has to do with a separate addiction. Like one, of course, could be the food addiction. Another one could be her need for attention. And say another one could be her need for male attention. Like Chantal's got many addictions all stacked on top of each other. And she is forever preoccupied with how can I keep all of the addictions fed? Because I'm looking at this strength card, like the dog heads look very ferocious. They look very hungry and mean and just devilish in appearance. Uh, yeah. And to me, that's a perfect card to represent how addiction feels. Like it is ferocious, it is forever hungry, it's on top of you, it's very strong. So I'm taking the strength card as that is what's strong within her is her addictions. She herself is not strong, but the addictions and how they rule her and they just are in her every thought, that is the representation of strength.
Whatever this could be like four different types of feelings or emotions or things that we're trying to push down instead of elevate up. Because you know what? She just there's more food incoming wherever that is. But again, I think she does want to move or leave or change something. All right. So what I want to take a look at next is how is Chantal and Salah doing? Take a look at that relationship dynamic right now. How is Chantal and Salah feeling about one another?
Fighting. Every time I read on those two, they are fighting. They are fighting. I see swords all over the place between those two, and it only gets worse.
How's that relationship going? Because I don't know if it's going well. Uh, she's been taking the car, she's been taking the keys, the wallet, and everything else. But let's take a look. So we have Chantal over here, her just being a glutton for everything with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Then we have Salah being Seven of Cups. I have so many different options. Also, we have a lot of different masks I'm getting here. He's got a lot of different phones. He's got a lot of different things that he can do. He has a also, I think he's got a lot of different things that he's just got going on where he's got options available to him. Looking in between the two, they are mixing like water and oil. They cannot mix. They are not getting along. It is a fight, 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 fight all over the place. Why is this? Because neither one of them can defend themselves against one another. Neither one of them are right. So they're just going to fight with one another and keep projecting and pushing out each one's wrongs upon each other because neither one are taking accountability. They are also broke as a freaking joke. Also, there might be some legal issues coming down the pipeline for either one of them, or either and or both, or either one. I'm thinking this is more Chantal, with the cop car, guys hiding out. They're trying to hide what's kind of going on. Hopes and fears here is the 10 of Wands reversed. I think both of them kind of just want to give up on each other. They want to release the burden that each one of them brings to one another just so we can get the heck out of Dodge. They are both over this relationship. However, the unseen obstacle here is the Four of Pentacles reversed, which is someone's promised money. Someone's promised money. Someone wants the money. Someone wants to go into the vault and take out what is there. And someone's refusing to do so. The opposing energy as well here is the Nine of Wands reversed, which is kind of both of them are walking on eggshells. Neither one of them kind of know what either one are going to do. They both want to leave. They both want to come out from behind their curtains, essentially, but neither one are willing to do so.
Yeah, and that's the part that I sound like a broken record sometimes in my reacts. I've said this so many times. I just don't get it. I don't understand why both of them are hanging on to this thing. What is the point? Like, what can be gained by keeping on with this thing? He's unhappy. She's unhappy. She is losing money all over the place by being in Kuwait with Salah. Salah's not happy with her. I've seen in previous readings myself that she is so stingy when it comes to the money. Like, she gives Salah so little. She's not showering him with money. She gives him as little as possible and he puts up with it. She is a miser. Like, she's not giving up the money generously. She's it's a form of financial abuse, like financial control, financial abuse, whatever it is you want to call it. Like, she controls him through the lack of money. Maybe she promises the money, but then she's stingy and she holds on to the money. So she's unhappy, he's unhappy. Why haven't either one of them walked away from this thing? And the only things that I could think to make sense of all of this is a few things. One, she's got something on him, some kind of blackmail, some kind of information, and he would be afraid if he walked away that she would blab. Number two, he knows that if she goes back to Canada, that he's going to be turned into content and she's going to reveal all the dirt. Maybe he doesn't want that either. Reason three, because perhaps she's so broke that she can't afford to go home to Canada and start over. Getting into an apartment, if you can find one, is easily going to cost you what, 5 or 6 grand just for to start with, and then you got to keep up with the monthly payments. So I think that might be some of the reasons why she's not leaving. But the longer they stay together, the worse things are going to get.
And both of them are walking on eggshells around one another. Looking at what's going for them, this relationship hasn't bloomed. They haven't nurtured it. It's just not going anywhere. So it's like they know it's both stuck. They know it's dead. They know it's gone. It's just not going anywhere. Here in the past, the 5 of Cups reversed, which is healing, moving on, doing the different things. So they might have forgiven each other at one point in time for shenaniganery that was going on. However, it's like they just can't get it to work. They're oil and water. And here in the future, the Queen of Wands reversed. Chantal, I think, might just take the bull by the horns here and just say, F off, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm going to go do my own dang thing.
That's something she should have done a while ago. What took her so long?
Because additional information over here is the Death card reversed. Neither one are willing to let go of one another.
Oh boy.
Or yeah, neither one are willing to let go or to transform this relationship. They keep kind of like hanging on, hanging on, hanging on, but neither one want to, but they keep doing so. Why do they do this? Because of family status. It's like either I can choose the family or I choose the girl. And I feel like this is kind of where Salah might be in. It's like I don't want to let this go, but I'm stuck between the decision: do I have my family or do I have just the single person? The solution here is Salah going and being with friends, telling him to knock it the F off. But then also it's giving me the sense of there might be a, oh boy.
Mm.
What the cards are telling me here is Salah, just come out and say what's been going on.
Yeah, he could. He could beat Foodie to the table and serve up the dirt dishes faster than she could and make all kinds of money doing it. Because it doesn't matter if she's forced out of Kuwait, if she's got going to get deported, or she leaves on her own. She needs content, and she has a history of turning people that she doesn't like or it's over into content. So if she goes back to back to Canada, even if they play nice until the day that she gets on the plane, guaranteed when she gets back to Canada, she's turning him into content. So the smartest thing that he could do is before that happens, before she opens her mouth and she starts making claims about he was so abusive to me, he was so controlling, blah, blah, blah. He needs to sit down and make a whole bunch of tea dirt videos, post them to his channel, and that way he starts the narrative, not her. Because if she starts the narrative and he doesn't say anything, she's going to say whatever she wants. And there's going to be no two sides of the story. It's just going to be Chantal's side. And Chantal's side is going to be full of lies. So if he's smart, he needs to get to the table, make a bunch of videos, drop those videos all at once. That way she doesn't have a chance to strike his channel and stop them from coming out. Girl World can download all of them and react to all of them, and she can't completely control the narrative.
If he does that, he wins.
Yeah.
In whatever way that is. I don't think that that's clicked in his brain because I don't think he understands the community, and that if he would come out and just spill everything about Chantal,
Yep.
people would believe him over Chantal.
Yep. We don't like him. We don't like Salah over here. We don't like him, but we'd be willing to listen to some of the details.
Because Chantal's been that much of a known liar.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the solution, it looks like, to whatever the heck's going on with Salah. It's like, I have so many different options that I can do. I don't know which way to turn. Some are good, some are bad. But the thing here is like, Salah, just spill what's going on. This will force that transformation upon this relationship. And then you won't have a decision no more. And you can stay away from your gluttonous life going on. So again, also, Chantal, your legal issues. What the heck is going on there? So,
one moment. Okay, let's continue.
So I'm going to pull on Chantal's legal issues really quick. What's going on with Chantal's legal issues? What's that all about? Because why do we have, yes, we're broke, we're poor, but also it looks like someone's coming after her. I'm pretty sure that is about Chantal. So what's with someone? Why does someone want to come after you, Chantal? What do they want? Why is the popo after you? We are curious. Why is the police after you? Why would they to be after you? King of Pentacles, they want their money. They just want their money. Why? Because you've lied about their money. You've been a shrewd business person. You've lied. Oh, gosh. Because the material influence is here. You left without getting. Can she actually go back to Canada?
I'm pretty sure she can go back, but I also have heard that if you are in Kuwait and if you owe money, they won't allow you to leave until you pay what you owe. So I have heard that about her being in Kuwait. I don't know if she owes anybody in Kuwait money, but I know that's a thing over there. I know that the last time I heard about the back taxes, she owed 60 grand, and that was a while ago. So she might actually owe more. I also, this is just a feeling, I'm putting the feeling out there that Chantal, on purpose, for quite a while, she has purposely kept on her YouTube channel, she's purposely kept her lives and her videos boring. So she will not make much money. She's more than likely not telling the government about the income that she's making, say through PayPal or any other payment service, kind of trying to keep that hidden. But if they're just looking at her YouTube channel, if she's saying, oh, I just make money off of YouTube and YouTube only, if her views are much lower and she's making a much lower amount of money in print, they're just going to see that. So I think the bulk of her money is not made on YouTube. The bulk of her money is made off of YouTube, where it can't be tracked. She's getting paid through PayPal and other ways. That's the bulk of her income. And maybe it has to do with the back taxes. because the more that she makes, the more that she is going to end up owing. So let's just tell the government about the YouTube channel, and that way they're only keeping track of the money coming through YouTube and Google AdSense, but maybe they don't know about the PayPal stuff, or whatever payment service she might be using. She might be going through somebody else, using somebody else's PayPal or other payment service to further hide what she's doing. Like, I just got a feeling she's hiding a lot of money and hiding out from paying a lot of money.
I don't know if she can actually go back to Canada because I don't know if she's actually been paying her back taxes.
Oh, I'm sure she can go back, but the moment she goes back, it's not going to take long for the government to be up her booty, and they're going to find her. And that's maybe one of the reasons why she doesn't want to go back.
I don't think she's been paying her back taxes, y'all. Someone wants their money, and she flew the coop, and she's not paying.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about Chantal. She's been in Kuwait for over 2 years. Even if she just paid a small amount to the government, like it's small amounts. If you show a record of like just paying something like every week or every month, they're happy with that because they see that you're being responsible and you're making an effort to pay them, versus 2 years go by and you're not paying them at all.
Because the hopes and fears here, I'm just going to go, I'm going to say I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to leave and not do it. Because the unseen obstacles, she's just something she's got. I don't like this card, but she has a lot of people who are coming for her. I don't think she can actually go back to Canada. I think without maybe going into the popo, to the police, to the jail, to whatever they got up in Canada. They need their money, and she does not want to give it. Or I don't even think she can give it. But someone's coming after her for their money back, or this could be the Canadian government, or this could be, bitch, you promised this service, you didn't give it to us. Where the F is my stuff? And she's been fleeing, she's been running, and she's been avoiding accountability for not paying services. And people are after her for something that didn't she didn't hold up her end of the bargain. Because what's the opposing energy here? She's had to disconnect from these people or from another person. But she's made other avenues. She's made other friends. She's made new ways of making money with other people. Here in the past, this is me being, I couldn't get away with shit. I wasn't being sneaky enough. And then here in the future, no more offers. There's going to be no more offers for her. There's no more second chances.
Sounds like she goes into a community or a group or gets around a person, she burns those people, and then she just hops on over to another group where nobody knows her or no one's aware of how much of a scammer she is. And I think you're right that she's going to reach a point where she's got nowhere left to go. I think she's almost at that point now.
Additional information. There's no love lost here. Like, we're done. This is like, because the obstacle, we were close at one point in time. We were good friends. We were good family. Oh, heck. Ooh. Ace of Cups here reversed too. And then the solution is just give the person their money. This could also be Pete's. Is Pete's maybe putting together a legal case where Foodie stole money from him, and he has like text messages that, I don't know, were put that like showed that were told like, hey, this money was for this. It was not a gift. You need to give it back. Because like, this is the lovers. We're disconnected. We were together. This is like someone who was family. Pete's was family essentially to her. Oh no.
Wow. The readings I've done, I saw that when she came home to Canada, she did get something from Pete's. I just kept picking up the energy. Like, Pete gave her something. How much he gave her, I don't know. If he paid, like, he gave her some kind of gifts, like maybe he treated her to some food or maybe a hotel room or something. And I feel that part of the motivation for Chantal's visit and hanging around Pete's was to get at least a portion of the 15 grand that he had. And I just kept picking up that she was expecting a sizable chunk of that money, like around $6,000. She wanted that much money. She wanted almost half of it. And at first, she tried doing the baby talk and the love bombing and hinting about, Pete, I want to come back and move in with you and things will be back the way that they were. Like she was pulling the nostalgia card, thinking that he would just give her the money and just be the doormat like he's always been. And then when that didn't work, she pulled a temper tantrum and she tried to guilt it out of him instead. Look at all that I've done for you. And I paid for everything when we lived together for 3 years, like just pulling all of the tools out of the toolbox, switching from one mood to another mood, just trying to find one that works. So I don't know what Pete's gave her a nice big chunk, but Chantal, if you took money from Pete's and you were supposed to pay it back, if he pulled up a legal case against you, it would be deserved if you lied to him.
This could be Pete's. Pete's might be filing a case. I'm not sure. Whoops a daisies. Chantal effed around and found out somewhere, and now she's owes someone money. All right. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at what this anime sucks thing is going on. What's going on between her and anime sucks? Because man, this is getting creepy. This is getting wild. Feeders are out in droves apparently now. So good for you, Chantal, if that's really the route you want to go. But alas, not my lifestyle. Can be yours, though. All right, so let's take a look at Miss Chantal. What's going on between her and Anime Sucks? What's going on between her and Anime Sucks? So we have Chantal, Four of Wands. And then we have Anime Sucks over here, which is the star reversed. And then we have the energy in between the two of them, Two of Pentacles. So there's a decision being made between the two of them if they're going to go live out this happy family life or if she's going to go stay on her own. It's kind of what this seemed like. We're trying to balance the two worlds here, balance one end to the other end. Chantal's showing up as the Four of Wands upright. She is turning, I don't know what line she has gone into. This could be the feeder stuff still, but she's like, come all ye children is the phrase that I got. Come all ye children, or come all ye men. I am the buffet. I control all of you. She feels like she has a great level or deal of control within this relationship. Because over here, I don't know what happened with Anime Sucks, but was he booted from like a community? Was he like a high status person within like whatever community that he was in?
That could go one or two ways, I think, or maybe more. I could be completely wrong about this, but Anime Sucks was very much out in front with giving Chantal money with the big super chats. But then recently, Salah's like, hey, Anime Sucks, you're doing too much. You're flirting with my wife, and that is inappropriate. And I think he's still around on another name, but he was very much out in front. Salah, or the person who was posting as Salah, was like, you're crossing a line here. This is my wife and you're openly flirting with her and all this other stuff. So I think he got temporarily booted. So maybe if he's coming back in Chantal's chat, he's doing it under another name, and so he can't use Anime Sucks, which is what everybody knows. And he kind of uses the big super chats and the Anime Sucks name as a form, like as an ego stroke. Well, everybody knows it's me, but if you come in as somebody else or another name, nobody really knows it's you. So no ego stroke for you. Or it could be because he is part of the Foodie community, and maybe he was a big deal there or something, because he's a feeder. He's an absolute feeder. Uh, the readings that I've done on this man, he's definitely a feeder, and he's very much into the gainer side of that. He wants Chantal as big as she can get. It's big is not going to be big enough. This is the kind of guy that will urge her to get to 1,000 pounds if possible. I don't know if it's possible, but he's one of those bigger is better. She could be 800 pounds and he would still be pushing her to gain another 100 or 200. Like, this is somebody that will put you in the hospital or the casket. Yeah, he's one of those.
Because what I see here with the star reverse is he got booted, or he's no longer a top person, or he's no longer, because again, this feels more external rather than internal. So it's like he's lost his stardom or his power in some way. And now it's like between the two of them, like there's a balance being struck between him and Chantal. Why is this? It's because the Queen of Cups upright. Someone's trying to control the other person. This is a battle for control, a battle for dominance, and a battle for essentially who's going to be wearing the pants between the two of them.
I'm experiencing a moment of deja vu right now. I am, because we've been here before, haven't we? Think about the relationship that she had with Nads. Same situation. You've got two very dominant people doing all kinds of mind games and power plays, each one of them wanting to hold the control, but neither one of them wanting to give the control up, even for a minute. When she was around Nads, it was a constant battle of, I'm in control. No, I'm in control. No, I am. No, I am. Oh, you think you are, but I know I am. It was like that the entire time. Who could pull the most games on who at any given moment? Who had the most aces up their sleeve? Who could be the most conniving and sleazy? Who could tell the most lies and get the public on their side? It went on for an entire year. That's part of what made Crackhead Olympics so crazy. And here we are again. And interestingly enough, he looks a lot like Nads. He could be almost a twin brother to Nads. So Chantal, out of all the people in the world, she managed to find a guy that looks like Nads, that is into the Foodie thing. Like, this is her dream come true. But even still, whoever Anime is, he's a dominant personality. So is she. The same thing that happened with her and Nads is going to happen to the two of them. They're going to butt heads. I'm sure they've already butted heads more than a few times. He wants her to do some things, and she's like, I don't want to. And so she's a bit of a brat. I don't care if you're paying me money. I'm not doing it, or I don't want to do it. I'm sure they've already had their battles over stuff like that.
Because from a material aspect here, the Two of Wands, we're having to rethink how we're making money. We're having to rethink what is that exchange like? What is our exchange? Because the hopes and fears here is the Seven of Cups. Does Anime Sucks want to like bring a Foodie over to him, like wherever he's at? Does he want her to move with him?
I believe that he does. I felt that energy, that there has been a lot of talk and conversation and persuasion from him to her about, come live with me. I'll take care of you. I'll feed you. I will actually care about you. I will give you the love that Salah does not give you. I will adore you. I will treat you like the queen that you are. You'll be the queen of my world. I'll go out and get you all of the fast food that you want. Like, everything you're looking for in Salah, you can find in me. I'm here. Like, he has been like in her ear, like, forget this guy in Kuwait that doesn't care about you. I'm here and I am on board with what you want to do and what you're into. And even with that, even with the fact that he looks a lot like Nads and he is on board with this thing, I feel like there's something in her. Like, there's a feeling of, I don't know. Like, I just feel like that hesitation. She's hesitating. I don't know. Like there's something pulling her back from making the leap. And I don't know if it's because she doesn't want to let go of Salah. Chantal has a problem with letting go of people and just ending things. She likes to keep things open ended. She likes to keep men in her back pocket just in case she needs them. She realizes this thing with her and Salah are not working, but still she won't let him go. So I think there's this I don't know feeling because she's afraid if she does take the leap with Anime Sucks, what if things go bad? What if she doesn't do what he wants her to do? What's going to happen? I mean, she's already kind of made herself stuck in a corner. Would that make her more stuck in a corner? She also might be thinking about if I leave my handsomest man, I've spent 2 years creating this arc on YouTube where I am married, I'm in the Middle East, I have this handsomest husband who is allegedly so nice to me. But if I leave him to go be with Anime Sucks and people find out it's Anime Sucks and they know that he's a feeder, how will that affect my channel? Will that mean that a lot of my viewers are going to disappear because they're going to be disgusted? Like there's something holding her away from making that leap. It might be a combination of things.
Because I'm, again, from like that first half of the reading, because up here with the Seven of Cups, with all these masks and all of the other things kind of going on, it's like, Chantal, we could put you in so many things and no one would even know. We could make you a money-making menace. Also, with all the masks, we have a lot of different opportunities. We could go over into low cows, we can go to who cows, we can go to this feeder subtype, we can go to this thing over here. I don't know if there's like an adult baby thing going on. Like he's like, we have so many options that we could do together. However, down here, the Seven of Wands is unseen obstacles. There's a lot of people who are coming after Chantal.
Ooh.
Or who want to come after Chantal. And I think they're trying to collaborate or put their stories all together. There's something behind the scenes, maybe within like the theater community or within like a different community online that she was maybe allegedly a part of. And people are starting to put the pieces together and people are coming for her. Because the opposing energy to all of this is a horrible, Sean, just don't do it. It's like, it's the devil. This is
Mm-hmm.
feeding your addictions. This is not going to end well
No.
if these two end up together. It's like this is all going to dark, evil, nasty places. What's going for them though is a Four of Pentacles upright, which is we're keeping energy or we're keeping money in house. You don't need to spend a ton. It's like we're being kind of greedy. We're going to be selfish about what we're putting out there. Past events, this is a relationship that Anime Sucks has like borne the brunt of this relationship. It feels like if we're looking at the Ten of Wands, it's this man carrying a woman or flying through the air. And it's like they were a burden to this whole thing. Like, I know it's a man and a man, sorry, but it's like there was a burden that was carried to come this far. And then but here in the future, the Eight of Wands, something's halting in progress when it comes to these two and their relationship moving forward. Whether this is neither one of them, someone wants to move. Also, again, with this Anime Sucks thing over here, again, he feels like he's been booted from something, and it's causing him to want to maintain more control over Chantal. Additional info that we have, both of them are walking on eggshells. However,
Oh my goodness. So she's with Salah and Chantal are walking on eggshells with each other. And it's the same thing with Anime Sucks and Foodie. What's the common denominator? Her. Why is it that anybody gets around Foodie, they end up walking on eggshells around this woman?
and why is this? Because the hard work that we've been putting in, the material sense, the things that we've got going on have been influenced, are being very well known. So now we have to kind of be a little bit more secretive, tippity-toey. The solution to this, Six of Wands, keep your damn mouth shut. But also, Six of Wands, your ego, your pride, just be the big egotistical person that you are and keep working toward and essentially he just needs to keep his ego about him, essentially, to kind of make through this whole shit show with Chantal. Chantal wants to be a brat, so you need to be the brat tamer to her brat. And that's what keeps her around. That's what keeps her subdued. She's like the ultimate brat, essentially. And if you like to tame the brat, well, then you got a Chantal. Again, I want to dig a little bit more into anime sucks, because this is and something's really off with this guy, and I want to take a look into why we're so focused on Chantal, but also just a little bit of I want to take a more look into that star card reversed. So, was this kind of more like he gets booted from a community? If so, what is that all about? Because I'm kind of curious. And then I want to do that Foodie versus Chantal rating and see, are they almost the same two people? But first, let's take a look at what's going on with Anime Sucks. Getting that he got booted from something, or he's not the star of something anymore. So, what is kind of that all about here? King of Pentacles, being greedy, selfish, holding all of the stuff for himself. Why is this? Now I'm going to say something that might sound really controversial. Was Anime Sucks acting as like a pimp for Foodie Beauty in, I don't know, the feeder circles?
Wow. Foodie got two pimps. She got Salah, who is enabling her behavior, and he's essentially pimping her out and pimping out her addiction. And now we've got Anime Sucks also acting as a pimp. And she pimps herself out. So there's that. My goodness.
Because the material influences here is like, we'll mix and match some shit to make everyone happy with what that we're putting out. I'm getting like, we're mixing and matching tapes. I'm going to hook you up with the right people, hook you up with my whale friends. But here's the thing. He's keeping all the good shit for himself. Why? Because I don't want everyone else getting what I have. This is super weird. Hopes and fears here. I'm going to be seen as the party hard rock star. I've got all the people, all the stuff. It's like he can get whatever person he wants. He got booted, but the reason why is he got overconfident. He kept all this stuff of Chantal's, and he was the one that was distributing stuff out. He was the one who was connecting up with his big money whales, getting Chantal connected. Unseen obstacles here, the justice card. Something got broken up, or he got caught in some way doing some weird. He got caught. I know in like one of my past readings, we thought it was like Chantal that was maybe doing some of this stuff, and I just still do think that was probably part of it. But he's also in on whatever sort of weird shit that they got going on Telegram. It's like he's a dealer of some sort. Because the opposing energy to this, they're in a lose-lose situation. They cannot outdo this. What's going for them, though, is that we can control the masses. We can influence other people and bring them underneath our spell. Here for past events, the Two of Swords, a decision was made for us. And then here in the future, the Chariot, we are not going to move forward the way they wanted to. He's not able to move forward in the way he wants to. But he has Chantal underneath his guys. Someone got away with something. He's in a lose-lose situation. I don't know if oh boy. I'm picking up, I think, on like someone with Telegram is what this is feeling like. This is like distribution sites on Telegram. This is getting her connected into those locations. And this isn't just him getting her connected into those locations, but I think this is him distributing her stuff there so people get interested for private content. And now they're coming back to Anime Sucks saying, why did you recommend us to this bitch? Why did you recommend us to this person? She wasn't good at all. She took our freaking money. She didn't give us private content. She gave us recycled content. content. He got caught up in that, and people don't trust him now either.
Like in any community, if you're making whatever content, whether it's pictures, videos, whatever it may be, it's an exchange of goods and services for payment. And nobody anywhere likes the feeling of paying for something and then not getting it. Nobody likes getting scammed. If you pay for something, you should get something. You should get what you paid for. And if something happens and the person who has the goods cannot deliver, then the right thing to do would be to return the person's money. But Chantal is a scammer and she's a thief, and it sounds like Anime is too. So if they've been ripping off people in the feeder community and then word gets around, they might be driven out of the feeder community.
It feels like, in my opinion, whatever sort of, again, I'm getting that it's Telegram for some reason. I don't know if anyone's seen like the Nth Rooms. Stephanie Sue Rotten Mangoes did a podcast on it called the Nth Rooms, and this how it all works. She does a phenomenal job doing it. I highly recommend if that's something you're interested in. It is really, really messed up. So if you get triggered easily, though, I would not recommend it. But that's what this is kind of feeling like. She was part of like not the Nth Rooms, but she's part of like online groups like that. In like in like the fetish sites. Like that's what this is feeling like. Real bad. All right. We're going to try and end this on a more positive note. So I just want to take a look here. Actually, you know what? We're just going to take a look at Telegram. What the heck is going on with her? What's the energy around her and Telegram? Why Telegram? We know she's got one account that's like seems to be her main account, and then she's got like spoof accounts. So what the heck is going on with Telegram? Honestly,
Well, the whole thing with Telegram, she had the one main account, but she was on that account. She was caught using other people's pictures. She didn't use her own picture. And one of those pictures happened to be of a known adult entertainer. So there's that. Like she said, I'm talking to just my husband and friends on this account, and yet she's using pretty much unclothed pictures to do it. So why would you do that with your husband? But anyway, Telegram is a messenger service that like a lot of people don't use. I haven't heard of anybody using it. I've heard of people using Skype or Discord, but Telegram is something new to me. But I've also heard that Telegram, it is something that it, it's you can do stuff through there and it's not easily detectable and it's hard to pull stuff off of it. So Foodie knows about Girl World and she knows that there are people always looking for stuff in Girl World. So she's going to pick a messenger service or a forum or a site that none of us know about, that we have no access to. So for her, Telegram for doing business would work.
honestly, we should probably just ask that at this point in time. She's refusing to look at herself in the mirror. She's also refusing to walk away from a situation, or she's going to be forced to walk away and actually see herself in the mirror of what's going on with what stuff's going on with Telegram. Hold on. This could also be like I'm just trying. So if we're going back to the foodie thing, foodie and sorry, if we're going back to the foodie versus Chantal, she's not able to look at herself in the mirror. She doesn't want to recognize who she is because she's got too many weights, too many burdens going on. It's like I mean, I've made it as Chantal or I've made it as Foodie Beauty. So I have all my wishes and stuff. Why do I need to look at myself in the mirror? It's like I just want to keep doing what I wanted to keep doing. Unseen obstacles here. So I'm losing everything around me. I don't have the legacy. I don't have the family. I don't have the friends. I don't have the people that make this a long lasting thing. It's like it's a fleeting energy. The opposing energy here too, she's not listening to her intuition. She's not listening to Chantal. She's only listening to Foodie Beauty. The positive energy coming in here. We're going to be healing, moving on. I don't know if she's going to be 5 feet above or 6 feet under past events. Things came to light. Things were exposed. However, here in the future, bad luck, bad opportunity. She is the prey. I don't see her as Chantal anymore. I'm kind of just seeing her as food. I'm just seeing her as Foodie Beauty, because she's chosen to not look at herself in the mirror. She's chosen to not see Chantal. She only sees Foodie. Okay, let's take a look at Telegram really, really quick, and then we're gonna end it there because, yeah, Telegram, because this is super weird. Again, what's going on between Chantal and Telegram? What's going on with Chantal and Telegram? Let's just ask because, gosh darn it all, someone's gotta, right? Let's take a look. And you know what? We haven't heard about Telegram in a bit, so let's take a look. What's going on between Chantal and Telegram? What is this energy? Page of Pentacles reversed. This didn't work out in the way that she wanted to. The investment did not work out. Why is this? Nine of Pentacles upright. She thought she could do better on her own. So I think she was given an offer on Telegram, whether this was becoming a part-time content creator there or doing stuff on there in certain rooms or certain things. She was given an offer. However, and she was given an offer, but she refused it. Why is this? Because she thought she could do better on her own. How material influences, though, is that because she didn't take this offer, whatever this is going on Telegram, people got spiteful. People got very, very spiteful on Telegram where, oh, you didn't want to do stuff with us? Fine. We'll make sure that no one does stuff with you ever. Is kind of what this is feeling. So whatever was going on Telegram, if she tried to be a part of groups or online circles there, it almost feels like actively trying to make sure she isn't a part of those anymore. It's a lose-lose situation. Hopes and fears here. She's going to be stuck. She was going to be stuck there. I wasn't going to be able to move forward. She also had too much competition on Telegram. There's too much other competition. She couldn't be the statue. She couldn't be this picturesque person. She wasn't going to be the thing that everyone adored. She was only going to be just another thing there. She wasn't getting traction. And I think that was the thing. It's like she never was able to get traction on Telegram the way that she was promised that she was going to. The unseen.
Yeah, and that's why she didn't really want to do stuff on OnlyHands either. A lot of competition there, especially for the kind of content that she does. That is the reason why Chantal decided to come on YouTube and do the feeder content, because honestly, there's less competition. It's not like a cam site or adult site or OnlyHands where there's lots of competition, lots of people doing the same kind of content. And on top of that, if you have, say, a profile on any one of those sites, you have to go the extra mile and not only keep up your content, but you have to advertise yourself constantly. Like, it's a lot of work. She wanted to be somewhere where she had the biggest audience. She didn't have that much competition. So she made a channel on YouTube and essentially turned it into a fetish channel, catering to the Foodie fetish or any other fetish that she can include in with that content. Because if she went on Telegram and there's already a lot of, say, ladies doing that kind of content, there's a lot of competition, and she doesn't like competition.
An obstacle. It was too isolated as well because she didn't go a part of these groups. She was only doing stuff on her own. Again, she refused to be a part with other groups, so she was alone. She was a hermit. People didn't really know how to find her, and she's not very good at marketing herself other than through YouTube, and that's pretty much it.
And you would think someone like Chantal has been on YouTube for 8 years, and she's done I don't know how many videos and how many lives, and she knows the power of networking. But I guess she decided that she was going to go on Telegram, and just because she looks at herself as being a big deal on YouTube, she thought the same thing would happen with Telegram, that she was just going to go on there and say, "Hi, I'm Foodie Beauty. I'm a big deal," and everybody would be impressed. Everybody would know her name. But anytime you enter into a new forum, you are an unknown, and you got to start at the bottom all over again. So going on Telegram, you got to network with people, Foodie. You've got to let them get to know you. You've got to just be part of different circles. And she doesn't want to do that. She's too lazy.
The opposing energy here as well. She had a decision to make as if I'm going to go do it single or if I'm going to go do stuff with like another person. This is a reading I did a few months back, but there's some sort of business thing that Chantal and Salah were doing. I don't know if they're doing that anymore. I'm hearing no. But it's like there was something that they were doing, but they couldn't do it separately. They have to do it together. And it feels like that was maybe part of this, where it's like that was the opposing energy, where it's like I could choose one way or the other. I could balance both sides. And it's like she can't balance both sides of whatever she was doing on Telegram and maybe YouTube. It's like I couldn't balance the two or I couldn't balance that in Cameo or that in Instagram or that in other stuff. There was something with Telegram where she couldn't balance the two. It was really, really hard for her because the positive energy for her is she didn't go forward with this. I don't know if she's really using Telegram a lot anymore. I hear no because she couldn't get traction. And it's probably for the best that she didn't get traction. Because here in the past, it's like I put a lot of hard work into getting stuff running on here. However, the future was the magician, which is either she didn't deliver stuff the way she was supposed to, or she lied about the content that she could do or was going to do. Again, she has a bad reputation. She has a very bad reputation, not just on YouTube, but in other, I want to say fetish circles and fetish groups, where people are kind of starting to know her name. It's getting really bad. So that's why she has like her main person of Anime Sucks, who, again, I think tries to talk her up to all these people, but they don't fall for it the way Anime Sucks has, or they've already had a bad they've already had bad experiences with her with other types of content, is kind of what I'm seeing. Other information that we can get here: King of Swords reversed. She's see, gosh darn it all. Because
Mm.
also what I'm seeing here with Telegram, when I laid that King of Swords down, first thing I thought was, Foodie, whose private client information did you leak out? I don't know I don't know what she's doing, but there was maybe some private information that she leaked out, or I hate saying this, but I wonder if you know how she doxes people on her YouTube channel because she can just dox people, and she seems to always get away with it. Why do we think that she wouldn't do that to people and or clients that maybe pissed her off, or saying bad things about her, or she could give all this information out about these people? You think she wouldn't do that? Because the obstacle here is secrets were revealed. She revealed secrets about other people. And the solution here is to just tuck your tail, run, and she's just bad. She's just bad at doing business. So it's like she should just honestly, if I was Chantal and I wanted to keep doing whatever the f she wants to keep doing, I would legitimately be like, I want a manager. I'm just the talent, and she has nothing to do with the payment. She has nothing to do with the. She just is essentially sat in a room and said, this is what you're doing, this is how much you're getting paid, and this is the content that they've asked for. That is the only way she's going to make money, because her having private information from other people is disastrous, because she just can't keep her mouth shut. She just can't. If someone says one bad thing about her in these fetish circles, like they have, because she's not good at doing business, she's gonna lash out. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here. So if y'all enjoyed, feel free, like, comment, subscribe.
Wonderful reading, Sunburst. And for the last part of your reading, you asked the question, would Foodie behave in fetish circles the same way she does on YouTube? Would she dox someone or threaten to release their info if they ticked her off? Yeah, I believe she would. I don't think she'd be any different off of YouTube as she is on YouTube. She's very vindictive, she's very spiteful, she's very controlling and possessive, and all kinds of other negative traits that I don't have time to list right now because there's just too many. But yeah, I can see her just moving from community to community, fetish group to fetish group, burning each one as she goes until she reaches a point where there's nowhere left to go. So if anybody in any of those communities comes forward, if they want to get up on Twitter and let us know that they've been burned or what she's been up to, we'll listen. But in the meantime, Sunburst, thank you for posting this reading to YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and post this to my YouTube channel. And y'all check out down below. Look down there. Look, there's a link right there. It goes to Sunburst's channel. Check out all of her content. Give her a thumbs up, give her a like, give her a comment. Tell her how much you enjoyed this reading like I did. So y'all have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye now.